Hi guys, welcome to Greening Wolf Games. Today we have a very special episode / podcast for you. We have the awesome Hamish Prime on the show with us. Hamish is a very, very good old friend of mine. We go way back, and we are going to discuss about Pokémon and its 25th anniversary.
Hello.
Would you like to talk a bit about yourself, Hamish?
Yeah, as Azin says, my name's Hamish. What, in our late 30s now. Gaming for 30 years, like I say. Big Pokemon fan, big Transformers fan. Gamer for life, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Yeah.
Like we've been in this too long.
Yeah.
Way too long. So yeah, we've got a bit of an agenda here.
Yep.
So it's an important year for people around the world, and who would have thought 25 years later that
It'd still be around.
Yeah, and like not just that, the fact that like back in the day, like it was seen as a kiddies kind of like game
And a fad, maybe.
and a fad, precisely, and a massive fad, and like I mean the anime did not help. I tell you that.
Yeah.
But who would have thought that fad would become as big as it did, and even I think like your son plays it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's on Sword and Shield now. But that's the thing, it's a generational thing, isn't it? We've grown up with it, and each generation grows up with it.
That is mad, man. So yeah, like so Pokemon, it's 25 years this year. So there's a lot of events happening this year.
Yeah.
We've got if we just stick to Nintendo, because there's a lot of
Celebrations this year, yeah.
precisely, yeah.
To get away with everything that's going on around us.
Yeah, let's stick to the one that people are probably more desperate to hear news from, because we know for a fact that Nintendo are probably going to do one for Zelda.
Oh yeah,
They might do something small for Donkey Kong.
Metroid maybe.
Metro, you know what? I'm hoping they do something for Metroid, but
Pokemon's a big one, yeah.
definitely. So, have you got any thoughts? Like you and I go way back.
Yeah.
We used to get different versions. We used to do the whole
Swap, trade.
yeah. Like you get a starter, I get the other one. Make sure it's a female.
Oh yeah.
Transfer, catch a Pidgey, whatever, and then I would reset the game, and then we
Make
would
sure
like
we get all the starters.
Yeah,
Reset the game, like I say, reset the game.
mass breed them.
Yeah.
I hope no PETA members are listening to this, but yeah. What are your main thoughts about this year?
This year, well, the main thing, I mean, the big one has to be the Diamond and Pearl remakes to start off with. I mean, do you think it's going to happen?
I think this is the thing. Like, if like, there's too many. Like as of late,
Yeah.
and the past few years, there's been a lot of rumors,
Yeah.
and it's just best not to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Firstly, all those leaks that occurred back. When was it? Like October, between September and just before Christmas 2019, just before Sword and Shield came out, I believe. The amount of leaks that came out, which was great for some and spoiled it for others.
Yeah. Oh yeah. To be fair, it's the first time I kept away from all leaks.
What those people did back in the day, because they got persecuted for it. If we had to use a bit of logic, I would think, and I agree with you 100% on this, because it's not so much what I've seen and heard online, but it's almost like coming back to full circle, isn't it? If you introduce the Sinnoh region, because there's so many Pokemons from that you may be transported from the bank that you've obtained in Sword and Shield,
Hello?
in the DLCs of Sword and Shield, but then there's so many still missing. And yeah, Diamond and Pearl would be perfect.
The thing is, there's still, obviously, like you say, there's still the 100 and odd, nearly 200
and
still
that would
missing from the initial
the
Pokedex.
chunk.
Even the Soul Silver and Gold editions were a good upgrade for what they were, and it was enough to go say even that beat them. Because nothing that's come
but
after.
You know what? Like I wasn't that keen
for those small details
on the third generation, but the Diamond and Pearl, I really enjoyed those. I remember I was in uni and I ordered on eBay an American copy, which was compatible on the DS that I had. Man, I loved that game. The Pokemon Company tend to do quite well is basically mix things up. You might see something quite innovative in one game. It may be missing in the next, but it's good to see each game has its quirk. And not only that, coming back to if and when they make like a remake of Diamond and Pearl, there might be quirks that come back. Like, for example, the whole mining underground.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the.
I haven't. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't. But yeah, like I haven't really kept an eye on that many rumors simply because of what happened last time with Sword and Shield. Yeah, because like towards the end of it, I did feel a bit like, well, I've ruined it.
Sword and Shield. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they also spoiled it themselves. They released too much internally as well. They said, here's this Pokemon, and then this Pokemon, but here's all the evolutions. There's no surprises when you start playing the game.
The one that got announced.
The new Pokemon Snap. I can't wait for it. I loved it on the Nintendo 64. I know it's an on rails. Well, I wouldn't say a shooter, sort of, with a camera shutter, but it was the first 3D Pokemon game of its kind, and you can actually see all the Pokemon in full 3D, actually moving around
in the natural habitat,
and
so to speak.
You can just see it in the map,
rather than
and the last trailer looked amazing.
Animations, basically.
In the habitats, yeah. I mean, it beats anything on Sword and Shield and Smash Brothers and everything else. This is the Sword and Shield game we should have got in the first place. These are the graphics. I understand it's on rails. That's why they look so good. So the maps are going to be smaller. The set pieces are going to be smaller. How they should look, yeah. I mean, they use assets from Sun and Moon for Sword and Shield.
This is the thing. I think
it doesn't matter how many times I want to deny it. You could clearly tell there was the same assets.
It's like having to run a franchise like Pokemon must be one of the greatest things, like to have, like under you, I suppose. You know, like it's a massive endeavor, and at the same time, it's a massive burden because if you imagine the graphics we saw on Pokemon Snap, and granted, the game you're going to be on rails. If it's anything, if we know anything, it's that you're basically going to be in that little car taking pictures. The graphics are going to be better, etc., etc. Right, and not to get too much into the nitty gritty or the tech bits of game development and stuff. Yeah, precisely. It's going to be quite basic in terms of what you need to do.
Mechanic.
Having said that, the endeavor to have to animate over
that's what I mean, exactly. They have to animate each Pokemon individually, and then it reacts to you every time you do something different.
Definitely.
So it's still a big leap from the normal Sword and Shield game.
about people complaining about that the assets were directly lifted, just basically traced around from Sun and Moon. And yes,
Lifted.
it did come across lazy,
From
but at the
Sun
same
and
time
Moon.
I did think,
Yeah.
well, if you want this game now, you're gonna have to deal with it. It's like which brings me to like something else, actually. The sheer fact that they're releasing things as DLC, I welcome it. I really do, because I don't understand why. I much rather prefer, for let's just say, for argument's sake, they announce Diamond and Pearl, right? And you only get 3/4 of the Pokemon of those regions, and then they release 2 or 3 DLCs to it that release the rest and new ones. I'm happy with that, more than happy, because because I didn't see the point of double dipping. Having to start the story again.
Well,
which is like I'm not being funny. Like if you like RPGs and so forth, fine.
On the
but
other
there's
side,
plenty of RPGs with better storylines and mechanics, man. Do you know what I mean? Like if it like there's times I'm at home and I think,
of course.
I've got Pokemon Bank. I've got the full Pokédex of the Gala region of the base game. I could put everything back, wipe the game, put everything back on, and I can start essentially the game. I don't know if I can, but it's an idea. But then I think, do I really?
Oh yes.
Yeah, but it's just like to think that I have to go through that. Yeah.
But you can move everything over to the other one.
Nah.
I will enjoy it. I'll take the hours out of it, but like you say, it's not going to be one I'll be sitting there for,
Well,
then
you
come
can put
back
it
to
on like sleep mode, then come back. But then, if you were to add DLC, like I said before, where maybe you have like different parts of the island, etc., or different regions, then that there might be more appeal to it.
Would DLC fit to the Let's Go model and add the regions to Let's Go?
I think they should do,
rather than releasing Let's Go 2 per se.
I didn't pick up Let's Go because I've played every iteration of Kanto. I've been there.
Kanto many times.
Wasn't that keen on the mechanics of how to capture Pokemon, but I do think it's a quirky idea, and I think it was a good bridge between the Pokemon Go players and the old school fans,
Current players. I mean, I've got it. I've enjoyed it, and I use it to like before the update for home. That's why I used to transfer my Pokemon Go into the Switch.
I would much rather see it as like I said, like instead of going for Game Boy, because like Game Boy's aged, man.
So I mean, I know you don't I mean, you've got Pokemon Go, and you also play from your house. On that side of things, what do you think about Pokemon Go and Home and the additional costs now to the main games? I mean, we already pay the full price of the games. It's another £15 now for Home, and also any additional costs to Go. If I've literally personally, I've not spent a single penny on Go in the last 4 or 5 years.
You can play Go without spending a penny, definitely.
I mean, I haven't in the last 4 years, so...
The most I've spent is a £5.
Right.
I think, you know what, man? Again, it comes down to... when it comes down to memberships, you like... If you need to pay for the service in order for it to run properly, right? If it's going to be just under 20 quid, give or take.
I understand the cost is low, don't get me wrong. But not everyone is in the same position.
Right, but then not everyone's been playing.
No, I get that.
Like, because if you think that there's Pokemon in your bank and in mine, that go all the way back to the original GBA.
Well, I think the furthest we could go back to was Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Which we have.
Funny enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we have.
Which and they came back full circle.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
When they released every single one of them afterwards.
But it's a bit annoying because we could have everything literally in Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
But we can't in Sword and Shield. That's one of the gripes. You know what I mean? It's just... where are you going to pull out more money from just for the sake of... That's another feature they've taken out, which they had in the previous game.
So...
Again, you know, it's just one of those things that, yeah, fine, it's only £20, but at the same time, you had it in one of the older games. But again, it's ease of access. You know, they've made it compatible with everything. Fine, I've got it in my phone, and it looks amazing in my phone, because I can literally just scroll down and see all 3,000 odd Pokemon I've got. But we're now coming up to the first year of Pokemon Home. Its anniversary is coming up in a couple of weeks as well. And Pokemon Day. Pokemon Day is coming up in a couple of weeks as well.
I'm happy with the service. It was really buggy at first.
Yeah, of course.
I just think I don't mind paying for it. I think it's made trading online a lot easier.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the GTS and the online service on the 3DS was horrible. I mean, we could hardly get things traded.
I would love to see, however, maybe more. Do you remember like what was it? The old Pokemon box, I think it was. It had like one of the professors, that lady, and like.
I mean,
do you know what?
I had Pokemon box on the Wii.
Yeah. It was like she every now and again she used to give you like a rare Pokemon. Like if you, for example, if you deposited.
I mean, because I ended up with Jirachi. I only bought Pokemon box. I paid £20 for Jirachi basically.
Yeah.
That was it.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. Which I've actually got in Pokemon Go last week. in one of the missions. So yeah.
I don't know. I think. Well, I hope. Anyways, I do hope that they do announce things going forward.
Yeah.
You know, it's like yeah, cool. Let's celebrate. Let's get Katy Perry and everyone else. And yeah, that's all well and good. But like, where is this 25-year-old formula gonna be in another 25 years?
I mean,
you know,
nostalgia only goes so far as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll go into it. Don't get me wrong. We'll love it, but at the same time, we do want something different.
I'm happy that they've kind of like they've added stuff like you know, the Mega Evolutions.
That's it.
But again,
there's all these features are stuck in their own generation.
And it's not just that. This is the thing. This is the problem with Pokemon. The bigger it gets, the worse and harder it is. If you do, for example, Mega Evolutions, you have to do Mega Evolutions for all of them, not just 20 of them.
That's
for
the
example.
next few,
No, so what's that like? You're going to do it for what? 5% of the Pokédex?
Yeah.
That's a bit naff. Gigantamax.
Yeah.
You know, like
But what would be now the next step over Gigantamax?
Don't know.
You know, Megas were cool. It changed the physical form of the Pokemon. You know, Gigantamax does the same. But what would be the next step now? I
think the second that they designed a Pokemon that's based on an ice cream, and each evolution it's literally adding more
Just
scoops.
another scoop, yeah.
Yeah, that's when you knew that they were tired and fatigued in the office.
You say that, but in the first generation, you have a Pokemon that's a Pokeball. In the first generation.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine because at least it's like you can, I can justify that,
right?
You know, because like why not? But dude, like something that looks like an ice cream
or keychain.
Yeah, that's like
like rubbish. Even a pile of, the thing is, get Trubbish. I like, but I understand where it comes. You know what I mean? I know what you mean.
I don't know, like it just. I think it's just getting to a point that they're throwing crap on the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, I mean some of the new designs I do like. To be fair, more than I hate. There's a lot more I do like now than in Sun and Moon.
You mean in Sword and Shield?
Yeah, I do prefer a lot more in Sword and Shield than I did in Sun and Moon.
I think the best thing they could have ever done was bring the region variations.
Yeah.
Like they did in Sun and Moon. Like, for example, the fact you can get a Geodude, which is an Alolan Geodude, which is it Rock and Electric?
Electric,
I believe.
Yeah, two things you wouldn't fit together, yeah.
Mate, like Golem is my favorite Pokemon, and like its evolution. Yeah, it's got a giant magnet and it's got a mustache.
Yeah.
Yes, Freddie Mercury as a meatball, incredible.
Yeah, but that's it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's a small change, but enough to make it exciting again.
When I saw, it's gonna sound like really lame, but I went for Shield in this this generation because I saw Ponyta and I thought, yes,
you want that one.
I won that one. Yeah, because I thought this is like, oh my god, yeah, My Little Pony kind of memories coming back to me. No, it was just mate. It's. I just thought the evolution must be so cool. You know, like, and it's not just that Gala had so much significance to people in the UK because it's kind of based off the UK
where we live.
Yeah, and the fact that Ponyta in this case is a psychic Pokemon, and its evolution is pretty much a unicorn, which is I believe it's the Scottish symbol.
Yeah, it's in the crest.
Oh, yeah. It represents purity and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it was just cool, and I think they should look into that a lot more, because that if you add variations to each region, you don't need to design new Pokemon. No, I mean, just make variations.
I mean, look what happened to the trio, the birds.
That was incredible.
I mean, even the shinies. They made the shinies the original colors, and that even looked cool.
Yeah. The legendary birds.
Even
I thought
they weren't obviously they were part of the DLC, but I come back to the original story about adding them as DLC, but they had a little story to find them. You know what I mean? You had to run around the whole of the two DLCs and the original game to find them.
Yeah, it was a bit like in a Gold and Silver, where you have to go the entire map
and find
to look for the dogs.
Yeah, that bit I enjoyed. Not so much. I think it was Zapdos that used to run around the wild area. But no, I did. It changed it up a bit rather than it just standing there in one spot and says, just attack me.
Yeah. I see. You know what? I still need to hunt them down. To be fair,
why not? It's like we were saying the other day. I mean, I only finished the DLC this week. I only caught Calyrex this week, so yeah. I mean,
I've got a massive backlog. I'm just
I know.
like
Even being stuck at home, still got a big, massive backlog of stuff.
I think once I'm really bored, I'll get on with it really. But at the moment, I'm not fast.
Well, you say that. Being stuck at home, did you watch the? It was pretty weird. The space event for New Year's, the sunrise.
No, but so basically, I saw something on Twitter about it, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? What's this space Pikachu thing? I went on Cerebi, and
it was really odd. Also, I couldn't understand what was going on because obviously it was in Japanese, but it was them, obviously in the space shuttle, and I'm not sure it was the ISS or not, but it was them just trying to present the upcoming stuff. And then out of nowhere, they're looking out the window, and a Rayquaza flies about randomly. And then it goes back to the guy, and you got a Pikachu floating next to him. So it was bizarre. It was just really. It was about an hour of nothing happening because obviously I couldn't understand what was going on. To then have a Rayquaza flying outside the window, and then a Pikachu floating, and then that was it. To then have the guy say, "Oh, you can now download the special Pikachu," and that was it. It was quite bizarre. Just to see the sunrise, just to see the sunrise was cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's a weird Japanese thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's cool. Don't get me wrong. That's it. It was just one of those things. It was. Yeah, I'm sure if we could understand what it was saying, it would make a lot more sense.
Like I looked into it, but because I thought maybe the first thing that came to my mind was it's a Pikachu with a space helmet. I don't know, whatever. And then I saw like photos of an astronaut.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've read bits of it, and I thought, okay, that's a good publicity stunt, I suppose.
That's it. It was a publicity stunt, but then, like I said, they had bits of AR onto it, so it's just weird and different. Just to advertise to go online and download the Pikachu, and you could clearly tell one of the staff members had never held a Switch in his life. He was trying to tell people how to get online and then not know what button was what.
Man, if an astronaut has issues trying to work his way around a Switch, we've got a problem. And Houston can't help you.
I can fly a rocket, but I can't play a Switch.
Like I was moaning a second ago, but then this is coming from a guy who's been playing Pokemon Go on the couch. So yeah, I probably will go back on that DLC. I'm just hoping that they do announce something that
I was going to say. I mean, just to finish off. I mean, what do you think they're hoping to announce now for the 25th?
Anything goes, man. Like they'll definitely announce a new game.
Yeah. I mean, we've already got Snap, so we know that we've got Unite on mobile. I'm pretty sure they'll announce that for Pokemon Day, probably.
I would think that they will release either a remake or something to do with Diamond and Pearl, just because it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
it just makes sense.
Yeah.
It brings everything together.
Yeah.
I would like to think that they do add.
It fills in the gaps now as well.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like it'd be nice to see the Sinnoh region.
Yeah.
And maybe a DLC that would open to other areas of that region. Yeah. And furthermore, it'd be nice to see
some old classic.
And see variations like a Staraptor.
But that's it. I mean, you've got stuff like you've got Darkrai missing, you've got Rayquaza missing. You've got some of the old favourites still to come.
you could do, honestly, like in terms of storyline, you could do something crazy with that game, because I can't remember of any other game that had so many legendaries. I think that was the one that had the most.
Yeah. I mean, like we say, even Darkway had a little tiny little storyline to try and get it.
Oh man, that was like hard work getting that.
I mean, that's what I mean. It's that sort of level that's been lost. I know it's got a lot of hand holding now, which is probably why I haven't bothered to do it the second time around. But like I say, they keep getting us with nostalgia, and we keep coming back to it, which is why I've probably got over 3,000 Pokemon in my home.
They still need to announce what they're going to do with Sleep, if they do anything.
Well, we don't know what Sleep is.
I think. Well, this is the thing. Like, it could be because when they're playing around with that sensor, like that you would put one of your fingers in.
Oh yeah,
and it would.
But that was
measure your heartbeat or something.
Yeah, I think they announced that in E3 and then never saw that again.
Right, so it could be one of those. Let's experiment with technology and see what happens, kind of thing, you know. But like, it seems to me that they're dipping their toes a lot more into the mobile.
Yeah, clearly. Market.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you've got Pokemon.
We've got
Go. You've got the bank. What's the other one called?
Unite's coming out soon.
Correct. Yeah. So you got Unite. So you could even use, say, they release this Pokemon Sleep. God knows what it's going to be if and when they do release it.
Got Cafe as well.
But if they do ever release anything like that, that maybe monitors your sleep and you level up your Pokemon, anything, whatever. For argument's sake.
Yeah.
They'll probably release it on a phone. They would not release it on
not on the console.
On a Switch, on a console. Like, maybe you can transfer stuff, but that's as far as it goes.
I mean, remember the announcement they made, and all it was the 2 mobile phone games, remember?
Yeah.
And the disappointment on everyone's faces when we didn't get a full-blown game.
Right, but those are the kind of games that in parts of the world, like in Asia, like in China,
those are massive.
They make big bucks.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't catered for us.
No. But I don't know. I'm expecting, if I had to summarize, I'm expecting a new announcement, hopefully a remake of Diamond and Pearl.
Yes.
Probably more mobile apps. They're going to announce more movies, definitely.
I mean, the TV show, to be fair, I'm actually liking the Sword and Shield TV show, because it's actually going to all the different regions. It's not staying in Galar.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. They've also changed the animation again, because the Sun and Moon one was a bit more for kids, but the new one's quite good. Yeah, it's actually going from region to region and seeing all the old characters back. And Ash's team is Pokemon you would not think he'd ever get. He's got a Gengar Dragonite, and he's got a Riolu now.
No way.
Yeah, it's like stuff you would not imagine him getting ever. He just randomly got a Gengar and a Dragonite.
What are you expecting?
I mean, I think we've covered it. I think, like we say, Diamond and Pearl for sure. Obviously, the Pokemon Snap we know is already coming out in April. Unite's probably coming out for Pokemon Day in a couple of weeks. I mean, apart from that, the Katy Perry thing is probably going to be an online concert, because she keeps doing all these things for several games. She did the Sims stuff as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got the monthly stuff coming. We don't know what that is. It's either more giveaways, or because they say it's going to be a different region every month. I mean,
okay.
It's not going to. Yeah, on the website, it's starting with Gala in March, and they're going to work their way backwards. So again, it always ends up being in Kanto for some reason. But that only ends up in October. So we've still got November and December for something else. Unless it's the release of whatever comes out in October.
When's the actual anniversary day? It's in February, isn't it?
Well, Pokemon Day is in February, so...
So do you think that any announcements would be
it,
closer to the day?
It makes sense to announce something big in Pokemon Day. I think we're just going to have to wait a couple of more weeks before that. Either Direct would be nice, an actual Pokemon Direct.
Yeah, definitely.
They keep releasing either random tweets on Twitter to say there's something out tomorrow, and they'll just drop it there. Or there's a Direct in 24 hours on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's just random announcements.
Unless it gets leaked.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's just, there's no consistency. Or it gets put on the website and nobody realizes. Like I said, this monthly... these monthly things, yeah.
No one goes on the website.
And you know what I mean? Unless somebody notices and then it spreads from there. So, yeah. But yeah, no, definitely looking forward to this year. See what happens. I think we've moaned a bit too much, but I think it's just because of our showing our age and how much we actually like Pokemon, not hate it. we love it too much. That's the thing. We want it to be good.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
And you can't teach an old dog new tricks, basically.
Well, us or the games,
but both. Both, basically. We're stuck in our old ways. We've like been on this ride before. Yeah. We've seen it before. We've seen it all before.
Just give us another Just give us another Charizard. Yeah, that's fine.
Whatever. Oh yeah, a green one this time. So yeah, Hamish. Honestly, this has been for like
a good chat.
The first, yeah, man, it's been really good.
Yeah,
considering the technical difficulties we had before, it was a good first podcast episode. Definitely. I hope to have you more on the show.
Definitely.
And tell us where we can find you.
I've got a small YouTube channel at the moment. I try to do my best on it, but obviously with everything going on, my partner is obviously a frontline worker, so I try to help her as much as I can. But yeah, my channel's called obviously Hamish Prime, so try and find me on there whenever you can.
Guys, whoever's listening, if you like, if you're a massive fan of Transformers, this is your guy to talk to, honestly. Like, incredible. Like, we grew up to Transformers. This guy still has the original figures. Yeah. Like, he still collects them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you've got some crazy Transformers. Like, I love going to your house. Oh, yeah. I love going to your house whenever I get the chance.
I don't think I've had anyone complain when they stare around my room.
No. It's phenomenal. I will leave a link to Hamish's YouTube.
Yep.
And yeah, guys, if you like what you've heard today and you've enjoyed us ranting and just moaning about stuff, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more notifications. And yeah, please leave a comment. Let us know what else you want to hear us moan about. Till the next time. Thank you, Hamish.
Bye.
Bye.